Right, and Ashish, if we're looking a bit into the lapses from the side of the temple administration, do we have any details on the action they took when the stampede occurred? Now, we know that there was no barricading, we know there was no crowd management at all, but Ashish, do we know if they had in fact tried to help the people at the moment of the stampede? Now, if we look at the visuals of the stampede, Ashish, we don't see anyone sort of helping them move or try to sort of ensure that there's a smooth movement of crowd. We only see people jumping onto the crowd below them, trying to save themselves. As far as the temple administration is concerned, we haven't heard anything from them as yet, Ashish.
Yes, so far we haven't heard anything from the temple administration. And what initially we've been informed about the incident by our local sources on ground. They informed us about the incident around 11:30, and since then we've been in touch with the local administration. In fact, like I earlier informed to our viewer and to everyone that local administration, both collector and SP, were unaware about any such gathering and any such incident. Once we informed both topmost or district official, then they started inquiring about the incident, and later on they got to know about the entire tragic incident. So temple authorities so far haven't reacted on the incident. Local administration was clueless or not aware about the incident. Now government authorities have informed us that since the temple management is a private organization and they manage temple privately, so their private organization didn't inform the local administration, and local administration failed to gather information about the gathering, and that led to this kind of situation. But right now the entire machinery of government of Andhra Pradesh, the entire district administration focuses to provide all kind of medical assistance, all kind of any other assistance to all those who have suffered in this incident, in this tragic incident.
Right, Ashish. Of course, the latest details we're tracking for our viewers at the moment is that, like you mentioned, the administration has now rushed their ministers to the site. Nara Lokesh as well rushing to the incident spot. We've already seen Minister from Srikakulam already there, and the MLA from there, who was also present at the site helping the injured. We are learning that 31 people have been injured, 12 have unfortunately died, and of the 31 that have been injured, 15 have been admitted in one hospital and 16 in another hospital is what we're learning. The Prime Minister has announced an ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees for the families of those who've lost their loved ones. The questions now being raised on why there were so many lapses from the side of the administration of the temple. Now, we are seeing, unfortunately, that there is politics that's playing out over this incident. We're seeing that Jagan Mohan Reddy had in fact questioned and called it a failure from the part of the government. But Pawan Kalyan, the Deputy CM of Andhra Pradesh, had in fact said that the temple is managed by private authorities and that an inquiry will be conducted into what exactly took place and who was responsible for the oversight and for the negligence at this particular temple. Now, Ashish, you mentioned that the incident took place at around 11:30 a.m. On Ekadashi. Now, if you could take us through a sequence of events, if you have an idea based on what you're hearing.
So the crowd started gathering since late night itself, and since early morning, the crowd strength further grew. And what we have gathered from the spot and from the local, that almost 20,000 people gathered, were present at the time of tragedy, at the time of incident. At around 10:30 to 11:30, in between 10:30 to 11:30, the crowd started facing difficulty, particularly women and children. They started facing difficulty in breathing and they started collapsing. They've been pulled out. Further, the crowd swelled, and that led to a more chaotic situation and a stampede-like situation, and that further escalated into death of at least 12 persons. District administration, since they were not aware about the gathering, they were not aware about this particular Ekadashi event. So police personnel were not present, medical assistance was not present at the spot, and local, whoever been there, they tried to pull out all those injured, all those women collapsing or children collapsing from the crowd, and they also tried to give them CPR, and they've been shifted to nearby hospitals, hospitals like government hospital, kidney hospital, private hospital, different hospitals, they've been taken out. Once the administration got to know about the incident, they mobilized more and more ambulance, and then they started shifting more and more injured people, and they've been taken to different hospital, and where at least 12 have been declared dead, and at least 31 are undergoing treatment.
Right, stay on with us, Ashish. At the moment, I'm being joined by Professor Jyotsna, TDP spokesperson, as well as Lanka Dinakar, BJP spokesperson. Thank you for joining us. Let me first come to Professor Jyotsna. Now, we are learning at the moment that a control room has been set up, and like you mentioned earlier, the focus of the administration is first ensuring help to those who are injured and those who are looking for their loved ones, as well as trying to console the families who've lost their loved ones. If you could take us through what you're hearing as far as the ministers who've headed to the site as well.
First and foremost, condolences to the families, and in fact, we are all very much shocked, and it's a very, very unfortunate incident. There is, as of now, I don't think we can just comment on where things have gone wrong, because we absolutely don't know what has happened.
Right.
But our primary concern, primary motto, primary intention as of now lies to safeguard all the injured and immediately provide medical assistance to all of them, and also investigate the event and incident. Definitely that will happen. But first and foremost, we have to take care of all the injured and just see that there are no more casualties. There lies our primary concern, and all our ministers, in fact the local minister Sri Naidu is on his way to the temple, and all the other ministers are also coordinating with all the officials there. All the officials are on the ground. Extra forces have been called on, so that we are just trying to take the situation under control first, and then look at what went wrong, where it went wrong.
My pain and sorrow and a deep condolence to the victims' families, and I pray God speed recovery for those injured and who are in hospital. That is the first priority. Those who are in hospital should not have any further death toll. That is the primary responsibility of the government that is taking care. This is a very unfortunate thing happened on auspicious day of Ekadashi, Lord Venkateswara temple at Kasibugga temple in Srikakulam district.